All right, all right. LDWMMAC, this your boy, the coach, live on the Coach Show live. Okay, folks, a lot of people been running around here talking about Rose Namajunas is ducking Zhang Weili. Where do I start? Where do I start in this video? It's like you can take the truth. You can put the truth in people's face. You can lock the truth up. You can throw the key away. But I'll be damned, boy. That truth always, and the coach means the truth always has a way of coming out. It always has a way of coming out, don't it? The truth. Rose is not ducking Zhang Weili. She's not she ain't being ducked, y'all. Like, I don't understand how people don't quite understand that she's not being ducked. The thing of it is, man, Dana White will come out and make a statement, and then people just go crazy for it. This the same Dana White who said that women would never fight in the UFC in the first place. That's that Dana White, and of course we have women fighting now in the UFC. This the same Dana White who said that that Chris Cyborg would never fight Amanda Nunes. Remember the first time when they were going for that fight? And Dana said that fight ain't happening, there's no need for that fight, and next thing you know, the fight's happening. Okay? So guys, you have to understand, Dana White, he's not really involved in the day-to-day contractual negotiations with fighters. He's long past that stage. Dana's busy. Okay? And, that's why he got guys like Sean Shelby and Nick Maynard to do some of that stuff. And Dana got assistants that also, go over contractual, obligations. He do that like Dana's too busy. This guy, Dana, got a plan for months out at a time events, man. This man got to travel to the places before the events happen. Y'all don't know that Dana White, part of his job, man, Dana got to go out, and Dana got to look at each of these venues. And venues, by the way, he's been many, many, many times, okay? He's got to go to these venues. Dana's got to go out and assess the situation. He's got to predict, what could go wrong, what could happen. This man got to plan every aspect of the whole venue. They just don't throw these venues together and then they go do it. No, man. Because every time there's something different going on, he's got to assess the situation. He's got to get out there. He's got to start looking at projected calls. He's got to talk to people, at the venue. I mean, Dana White got a lot of stuff to do, man. Dana got a reality TV show. Then he's got to have these board meetings with people, where they plan out their next year. Guys, do you know how hard it is to plan out something of this magnitude for a year? Okay, then, Dana White got all these people that report to him. Okay, he's got to worry about some 400 or 500 jobs. I mean, it's crazy, man. This guy has a lot to do. So the day-to-day contractual obligations and negotiations for fighters, that's on somebody else's plate. I'm just telling y'all now, that's just what it is. Okay? Dana may do contracts when it comes to his Dana White Contender Series. He may do contracts when it comes to that, and he may issue those contracts. But then even after that, somebody else is dealing with the actual details of the contract. Somebody else is dealing with the details. Dana can issue a contract, and somebody else can deal with the details of the contract. That's how things work. Okay, so when Dana White says something, a lot of times Dana will get the information, well, no, the fight ain't done yet. Well, why? Why the fight ain't done? And, we don't know, what's going on Rose's side. And, Pat Barrett then already came out and said that, no, that's not true. We want this fight. And, guys, it could be anything. It could be anything. But, Pat Rose's team, they don't understand where this is coming from. They've already spoken out. They immediately came out with a counter statement saying, we don't know where this is coming from. We don't know. I think people want a narrative because they really want to see Rose get knocked smooth out. That's what they want. And just, people want the narrative. People want that narrative. And Dana White, he's not unknown for throwing, people under the bus. The guy do it all the time. Okay? I mean, he do it all the time, man. This is the same guy that feud with his fighters. People that he's supposed to actually, be trying to build their brands up and talk good about them. No, this dude be having feuds with these people, man. I mean, can y'all really take what this guy say seriously? Guys, this fight is going to be announced. The fight is going to be announced. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all last week that this fight is going to be announced in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? They're working on the details. It could be financial. It could be money. It could be a financial thing. Okay, it could definitely be financial where, maybe even Rose probably wanted to renegotiate the contract so she can get more money. People do that because, when they get these contracts, the contracts are pretty much, they're already there. You have a certain amount of fights that you fight. You pretty much know what you're going to get, for a fight. And for a championship fight, you know how much you're going to get. Okay, like it's already there. It's in the contract. The details is in the black and white. Okay, it's there. It just is what it is. Okay, so to say that, she's ducking somebody, she's not ducking John Weili. She's not ducking her. The fight's going to happen. I think people too quick to really jump. Now, hey, I done gave some people some work over here. Lots and lots of work, but there was clear, definitive evidence that they were ducking. I had to retract my statements when I said Amanda was ducking Chris Cyborg. Had to retract it. Because when the fight got signed, that can no longer have been said. I retracted every single Nunes ducking statement that I had. I retracted it. And of course, Amanda Nunes went on to win the fight. Okay, I retracted Amanda Nunes ducking Valentina Shevchenko. I had to retract that. Because guess why the fight happened? Rose Namajunas is telling you that she wants to fight. She's telling you that. Okay, she's telling you that she wants to fight, and she's telling you that she wants to fight ASAP. So I don't know what else Rose got to do. I don't know. I guess it don't matter because Rose is always going to be the one ducking. It just is. I don't care what Rose tell people. They ain't going to believe it anyway. They ain't going to, they not. People are not Rose. People ain't going to believe what Rose. Rose got a fan base of people. Well, they ain't a fan base. They're a hate base. They don't like her. It is what it is. Here we got fighters we like, fighters we don't like. And there's people that just don't like Rose, and they'll take the later and say, well, Rose is a coward. Rose is afraid. Rose is chicken. Rose is this and Rose is that. But, at the end of the day, you know what? Rose Namajunas, it is what it is. Rose Namajunas, it is what it is, The fight going to get announced in about 2 weeks. And then everybody can keep their mouth shut because the fight is happening. Tick-tock. Whether you want it to happen or not, tick-tock, the fight is happening. Tick-tock, the fight is happening. They're going to show down. And it's the best versus the best in the strawweight division.